Good evening and welcome to Stupid O'Clock News. I'm Louis Lee. Dateline Tokyo. A Japanese mayor apologized Thursday for biting the Olympic gold medal of a softball player who had paid a courtesy visit after Japan beat the United States in the final. Nagoya Mayor Takashi Kawamura had praised pitcher Miyagoto during the August 4th visit, but his eyes were glued to her medal. He asked her to put it around his neck. Kawamura then pulled down his face mask and bit into it. I'm really sorry that I hurt the treasure of the gold medalist, Kawamura told reporters Thursday. The mayor said the medal was undamaged, though he offered to pay for a cost of a new one. Goto, however, has accepted the International Olympic Committee's offer of a replacement, according to Japanese media reports. So the moral to this story is if you've got a gold medal, don't give it to the mayor. They'll bite it. That's the news. Let's start the show. I know. I found that story in 5 minutes.
Yeah, he did good for 5 minutes.
Hi, true believers.
It's Stan Lee making a cameo.
Hey,
I'm trying to figure out if he's a Dio fan or if he's imitating Spider-Man.
He's a rock and rolling Stan Lee man.
He's a hanging 10 from Hawaii, man.
Yeah.
Well, hang 10s like this.
Excelsior.
Yeah.
I love yous like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Welcome on to this one. Yeah. Uh-oh.
And Lewis froze up on us.
No, he's still moving.
Okay.
What?
You froze up there for a second. You held your hand up and then.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like a roller coaster at King's
Island. As long as my sign's in the shot, I need to light her up. Come on, turn on, damn it. Chinese bulbs.
New computer, huh?
So, Bill, what happened with the webcam?
There we go. I had to look at it.
I shot it.
You shot it? Yeah, I know. I know where you live, so you can't do that up there.
I am actually, well, I should have took the tablet with me to Best Buy today, and I did not think of that. And because I did not think of that, now I'm going to have to make a second trip tomorrow and take the webcam and the tablet, and they'll either get it working or they'll take it back. I'll just get my money back and use the camera on my tablet, which is what I'm using now.
It sounds pretty good. It looks good.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're using.
I'm not using it now.
No, I mean, your tablet looks fine. So.
Yeah.
Looks good to me.
No, it was high definition. That the J5 Create brand, which is the $50 hub that I have that runs everything else connecting into the tablet. But so I figured it would do right. I know there's just something. The only thing they told me at Best Buy, I told them what I had, and they said, "Oh yeah, well you just got to shut your cameras off on your tablet, and it'll work just fine." And so after shutting the camera off on my tablet, it didn't work just fine. So I'm just going to take it back and let them do it, and I'm sure they'll be able to or whatever. But anyway,
if anything, before you run up there tomorrow, over to Champaign, give me a call and we can maybe do a test run before you do that.
Well, the thing about it is I downloaded a free app that it came on with it, the light on the webcam went from red to green, but it was so pixelated, it was horrible. Hi, Donna.
Hey, Donna, Carleen, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I read a post where she said she's actually going to turn her camera on tomorrow night in the green room. So she must be feeling much better. Thank God.
I don't know who I met in Carl's room the other night, but
a random collection of reprobates, I assume.
Yeah.
Since I was there.
Random collection of reprobates, or is it the regular reprobates?
It's the regular crowd shuffled in.
And I don't know.
Billy Joel lyrics.
And the old man sitting next to me.
Making love to his tonic and gin.
Well, actually, it's a Guinness, but.
I don't know, but who read the Amber Amethyst post in Uncle Carl's group?
I may have read it, but I don't remember it.
About the pigeons? About the pigeons?
I read it, but
Has
All
someone
right.
been christening pigeons in the park?
Well, you got to be a member of Uncle Carl's group for this one.
Okay, well, we'll get there later. Let's boldly venture forward here. So, Lewis, how do you like the new computer?
I do. It's a Wacom Syntec 22. So it's got a 22-inch usable screen, although the device itself is considerably larger than that. The area you see lit up is 22 inches, but it's got all this, and it's got programmable buttons along the side.
Wow.
For things like undo and save and stuff like that. So you spend less time.
You're still using
around.
You're still using buttons? Not
Well,
like-
you need at least one to launch photon torpedoes.
But there are things that are easier. Like if you want the keyboard to fly in, you can just hit a button and bam,
that
there's
makes
the
sense,
keyboard, and then bam, it's out of your way. If you want to undo the last thing that you did, just hit one button. So it's really cool. And what's nice is not everybody likes to work up like this. So if you want to, you can just lay it down like that.
Ooh.
If you're left-handed, if you need to skew it a little bit to work, it's really flexible.
Looks
And-
nice.
Right now,
I
it's
found me a
running off
Christmas
of
present. Okay.
Yeah, right now it's running off of gaming computer, but I've got to get an adapter so that I can run it off of my laptop that I use to edit video with, because that's what I really want this for, is for like rotoscoping and stuff like that, and retouching photos and stuff that I do on the laptop a lot. So that ought to be pretty cool.
And what operating system is it on?
That's what I was about to ask.
It basically it operates as a second screen on whatever you're using. I can hook it up to my iMac, or I can hook it up to my Windows laptop. It'll work the same for both of them. It's basically an extension of the screen, like you can do a dual monitor like I've done right now. You'll notice tonight I'm going to be looking up a lot because I've got you guys on the 4K big screen, and that accomplishes two things.
You poor child.
I can see all easier, and it reduces the effect of the turkey neck. So, but this thing is going to make my job so much easier. I had a video that I had to rotoscope. I don't know if you know what rotoscoping is, but you're basically tracing a moving object frame by frame to take it out of the background. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What it was I had done this whole video in black and white, but I wanted this one character to be in color while he was on screen. and he was on screen for about, I don't know, 30 seconds. But that's 30 frames every second. So it's 30 times 30 is how many frames I had to trace him. And I was doing it with the regular Wacom tablet. John, you can attest to how difficult that would have been. Had I had this,
this is me pulling my hair out.
Saved myself so many hours of needless work and aggravation. So I'm just psyched up about it.
Yeah, if Bill or I
got
had got one of those, it would have been just to use as a drawing pad.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I was going to say that's exactly what I need for my radar system.
Yeah.
So
it would come in very handy.
And Bill Sarton could go into digital artwork.
I don't know. Can you use these for digital? No. Okay, never mind.
No, but it comes.
Well,
it
and
comes
the
with
guy
one.
that I got it from said, he's an artist too, does a lot of cartooning. Well, you know him, Louis Varnell, John.
Oh yeah.
He said he got it and just could not make it work. He just could not get into the digital aspect of it.
I had that same problem, and it got to the point. Strangely enough, I cannot do the pen and pencil digital, but I can use my mouse to do digital drawing. Some of the stuff I do digitally with the mouse just amazes people.
Yeah,
and you did that with just a mouse. It just that's paint. And just
Joe does it with a cat.
Me and the cat are not friends tonight.
Uh-oh.
What happened this time? Okay.
Another cool thing about the buttons, the undo. Boom, 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 boom.
Hello, Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
I don't know if I'd want a keyboard button for undo, but I do use the undo button a lot.
Well, it's easier to hit that one button than to do a Control Z.
Well, like Paint has a undo,
Yeah, and
Lots
still
of things,
one
lots
button.
of things have an undo, and I find it quite useful.
It's a lot easier.
It's a mouse poke. You don't have to actually, move your screen.
I don't have to move my screen. The undo button's right there.
But if you poke it, your screen will move.
No,
Not if you
this
get it
thing's
locked
heavy.
down.
This thing's heavy. It's not going anywhere. Yeah, it's.
And-
Sorry. You already had that up.
Yeah. Donna saying just tonight, Joe. Yeah, especially tonight. I didn't
What
get
happened?
to eat all my dinner. Let's just put it that way.
You didn't get to eat all of your dinner.
Are you saying somebody else did then?
Yeah.
You turned your back, and the cat didn't.
Turned my back. No, he climbed up in my lap and climbed onto the plate.
Joe Dog was a booster seat for the cat.
That's rude.
Exactly, Carl. Bad cat.
Oh,
Bad owner. Train that cat better.
Wait a minute. You go ahead. You're going to have to enlighten us on how that one's done, because I've had several cats, and I'm of the opinion they can't be trained, but they can can be punted.
If you want to keep your cat out of your plate, all you have to do is order a bottle of Satan's blood.
Oh, the hot sauce. Okay.
Oh, it's not a sauce. It's just pure hell in a bottle. It's like you can take a toothpick, put it down in there, and just barely touch the stuff, and then take that toothpick and just poke a 2-gallon pot of chili, and it almost makes that chili so hot you can't eat it.
I've got some of that growing in the backyard.
You have to go online and sign a waiver to order the stuff.
Yes.
Is this based on the Carolina Reaper, or is there another one hotter than
I don't even think it's based on peppers.
No, that's not.
Just
Based
sulfuric
on
acid in the
brimstone.
jar.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it makes sulfuric acid look tasty.
Whale. I'd say that was just a mite warm.
I'm sorry, Carl. I'm
here's
just
what's really
now
funny.
seeing that it's a
Here's
it's a
what's really
Wacom
funny.
Cintiq 22.
Here's what's really funny about the Satan's Blood. You can order it from Walmart.
But you have to sign a waiver. Just
I don't know what Walmart does.
Just like in the Bare Naked Ladies song. Yeah. Oh, well, things get a little bit too hot for me, above the level of your average jalapeno. So I can't really criticize.
If it's more than Taco Bell's mild, I can't touch it.
Oh, this stuff.
Wait a minute, put that back in. What is it? Chili, red wine, vinegar.
That's the first two ingredients. But let's see if I can zoom in on this. There we go.
Avoid any and all contact with skin. That tells you there's a little bit more into it than.
And you know, the lining of your
children.
stomach is just a little more sensitive than your skin.
Okay. And let me give you a hint. It's a hot sauce made, or it's not even really a hot sauce. It's a product made in Florida. That ought to tell you enough right there.
Conceived on Friday the 13th. Oh, guess what? Guess what Genius is doing tomorrow for Friday the 13th?
Which genius?
Me.
What?
My wife and I are going to see the Long Island Medium.
Ooh.
So we're gonna go talk to the dead on Friday the 13th. What could possibly go wrong, right?
Lewis, when I heard the commercials for that, I said, I wonder if Denise knows.
Well, she did not know. She was supposed to have been here, I think, in March, and they canceled it. Well, postponed it. And then I heard that it was back on, so I jumped online and grabbed us a couple of tickets without her knowing. Because usually when I'm down here doing the news or when I'm down here doing the show, she's up there watching the Long Island Medium. Which is better than what she used to watch. She used to watch those ghost hunter shows, those assholes that irritate the ghosts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Joe
what my mother did with that blasted silk flag that a friend of mine from college brought me back from Cortona in Italy. It was a flag, and I brought it home, hung it up on my wall like a poster. Next thing I know, it disappeared, and I'm going, what happened to that? That was direct from Italy. And I didn't ever get any kind of reply whatsoever. It's like the darn thing just disappeared. I don't know. Did somebody in the family decide that I was going to wear it as a scarf or something?
No, Joe was always respectful of the ghosts. They've got a show on TV that these guys go in and just irritate the living crap out of the ghosts.
No.
Sounds like Joe Dog.
I didn't say that. Okay.
I'm respectful in somebody else's house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna stir up a hornet's nest and walk out the door. Of course, I'd do it to some of my friends, but I wouldn't.
When you can make shit fly across the room and hit you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I have my nice friend.
Okay, he has a point. Grant Lanford has a point here.
Yeah, Ghost Adventures. That's the one.
Yeah, that one. You really can't refer to Ghost Adventures as beating the living crap out of someone.
It would be the unliving crap.
The unliving.
And in the United States, you can't call them ghost anymore.
Has that been copyrighted?
They physically impaired?
No, apparition Americans.
I would have thought it's the corporeal impaired.
Physically impaired.
I have my nice friend here, Fred. So.
Oh, speaking of Fred, what's he doing?
Well, he's still doing the same old stuff.
I mean, the Fred that's fixing to visit Florida.
Oh.
Still doing the same old stuff, tearing up Cuba, running hog wild across the Gulf.
Yeah. Hey, you got to admit, I either tell a funny joke or a good groaner.
No, not
The
yet.
jury's still out on that one.
Where's somebody with the rim shot? John?
Yeah, give me a second. I wasn't ready, but let's see. What's the good one?
And the worst thing is, we are a jury of his.
That's the one I wanted.
That's the one I like. That's my favorite one.
Now, when I saw the list of all the names of the upcoming hurricanes, I said, watch Fred. That's going to be the bad one.
Well,
John, I did not see that on the screen.
You did not?
No.
Oh, that's okay. Sounds like you got an internet problem.
No,
Thank
you
you.
guys are. I see all 6 that you got. It looked like you and Lewis was the only two that reacted to it.
No,
I'll try it again here. Let me see if it should.
good rim shot.
Saw it that time.
Okay.
Yep, it's
I think
internet.
Because of the hurricane or the tropical storm down in the Gulf,
tropical
internet issues. Yeah.
Tropical depression. I was messing with you up there in Illinois.
Speaking of which, my mom has canceled our vacation to Florida
And when was that supposed to happen?
Where
next weekend.
No.
We are now going.
Okay.
Well, there's actually a second one coming in behind us. So
We're now going to the lovely Hamburg of Gatlinburg.
Oh, you'll have
Still nice.
every end of fun there.
It's my mom, who can't walk very far, her 3-year-old kid, who has absolutely no interest in anything in Gatlinburg, and me, who I just, no beach, no sand, no drinks, no Hooters.
Well,
there will be there in Gatlinburg.
they do have in the Gatlinburg Car Museum, they do have a Batmobile and the Yvonne Craig's Bat Cycle. And you can actually walk up and touch the Batmobile. You can't sit in it, but you can reach in and touch the control panel. Just don't sit off the rockets out the back,
They've got Herbie the Love Bug too.
I did not see that when I was there a long time ago.
Well, I was there, I guess, maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, that was much more recent than me.
yeah, I was about to say.
Now did you see the Monkeys Mobile?
No, I did not see it there. No, they might have acquired that more recently.
No, evidently they've pulled it out because it was there back when me and Donna first got married.
Well, I give you an example. When I was a kid, and went to Gatlinburg. It was kind of cool because they still had Ripley's Believe It or Not museum.
It's still there.
Still there.
Which then burnt down, and they lost 90% of the exhibits. So they've tried to make it up with something else. So now you get to pet sharks and go down a water slide, which just isn't really Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Do you pet the sharks as you're going down the water slide in order to keep them from eating it? Once
That would be interesting. It's like, are you ready to go down the slide? Yes. Here's your shark. Thank you. Let's go. Yeah.
The one thing I remember about Ripley's museum was you went up and there was this faucet with water coming out of it.
I loved that thing. But there's a plastic tube.
There's a plastic tube, yeah, because it's supposed to make it look like, where's it coming from,
Now, my favorite.
No, there was a movie that used that as a prop. It's called, I think, The Party, and it was a Peter Sellers movie.
Another one of my favorite things right out there in front of Ripley's, they used to have this. It's like a 10-ton marble boulder, and it's been machined. It's perfectly round and smooth, and it's sitting in this, for lack of a better term, mortar that's filled with water. And they squirt water in it, and there's just enough hydraulic pressure to lift this thing up, so you can sit there and you can spin this multi-ton boulder.
It's still there.
Yeah, that one survived the fire amazingly.
Well, yeah, it's made out of rock. Not much else.
And covered in water. Yeah.
Yeah, that was tragic. That was really tragic. I knew some people that were up there at the time, not on vacation, but were living there.
The problem with Gatlinburg is taking a 3-year-old kid.
You're going to have to do a lot of walking in order to see anything because you can't stop every 5 feet with a car.
Exactly. Gatlinburg is not really a good car town. And 2, the kid doesn't walk real well. B, my mom doesn't walk real well. And it's like, what are we going to do? Sit around and eat taffy or toffee or what?
Taffy.
Yep. All weekend?
John?
It's either that or rent mobility scooters.
Taffy's chewy, toffee's crunchy.
I know what you could do, John, and you won't even have to get out of the car. Just drive up to where the black bears come out of the woods and then give the boy some stuff to give to the bears out the crack of the window.
In Pigeon Forge, that's anywhere right now. Black bears are everywhere in Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, all that area.
Yeah, Dollywood. Yeah,
he'll love it when
scared.
He'll love it when they climb up on top of your car.
Climb up on top. Hell, they're opening doors and rifling through your damned interior.
Yep.
Seriously, I saw a video of a bear opening a door.
I posted the video of the bear opening
that's right.
the door.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, they're looking for Elton John CDs.
Yeah. Hey, boo-boo.
Don't ask me where I come up with these
Dan, that was bad. That was bad. I got that joke, Dan, and that wasn't even funny.
Apparently.
Josh just got the joke.
No, I got it.
You're in the minority here, Joe.
But it was a good groaner.
No, it wasn't. I'm sitting here right now trying to look at things to do in Gatlinburg, and I'm actually gonna have to like
walk and eat.
Go someplace else.
When I was a kid, Gatlinburg was cool.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
There was stuff to do as a kid.
But it's still cool for kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be. It depends on the kid.
I don't know. I don't know if I have the mentality to think down to a 3-year-old's level and think what would be cool for a 3-year-old.
Oh, sure you can. Just go right after you get off the air here.
Well, John, you could get absolutely sloshed for about $20 up there.
Yeah, but he's going to be the only responsible member of the party.
Yeah, you go to the...
I'm the only one not on meds.
Yeah.
There's your problem right there. Borrow some of Joe's Prozac.
You go to the old Smoky Mountain distillery up there for $5. They give you a sample of everything. 4 trips through, and you'll be feeling fine.
Go
think of 2 things that I.
Then go sit in Cades Cove for 4 hours after that.
I want to find some buffalo jerky because they make good buffalo jerky up there. I don't know how. And 2, they have a hot sauce store.
I can send you some good hot sauce.
Oh, this place has everything. It's got like shelves of stuff you've never heard of. You can't even read the labels. It comes from countries that actually know how to make hot sauce.
Oh, by the way, there is a Buc-ee's coming to that main exit at Sevierville. The main exit on 75. There's going to
be there by the 28th.
No.
Well,
not in time.
You can park there and wait.
I can just hear my mom. What are we waiting on? Buc-ee's.
Damn Skippy.
Any day now.
A mile of jerky, man.
You might even see one of those revitalized Stuckies somewhere along the road.
The problem is, there's so much stuff to do, but it's just You can't take a 3-year-old on the water slides, the go-kart tracks, laser tag. Just about the only thing I can think of that we could do with the kid is the shark, the aquarium.
Aquarium.
Yeah.
I was just about to say aquarium.
And I don't even know if that kid likes sharks.
This whole trip is starting to sound like Chevy Chase's National Lampoon's Vacation.
Holiday Road.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Yeah. Well, you're allowed a few seconds of it now.
No algorithm's going to get that from John's rendition.
I would laugh my ass off if we got kicked off the air. I was thinking something.
Yeah, you
sound so much like Lindsey Buckingham.
We need recording of this vacation.
I was literally going to take my computer on my laptop with me, sit out on the balcony, and do the Saturday night show while I was down there. And
now you decided against it, huh?
And the thing was, I was actually hoping we would get one of the rooms next to Hooters, so I could put the camera over the side of the balcony, and there's Hooters down there, because it was literally right next to the hotel. And
you were just complaining there wasn't one.
What?
You were just complaining a few minutes ago that there
wasn't
one. In Gatlinburg.
There was one in Panama City Beach.
Oh, okay, got you.
I was about to go.
Now we're caught up.
Yeah, I was about to get excited.
There's a Hooters. I have to point something out. I'm sure our viewing audience has seen this. Okay, Lewis, what is that thing on the wall you turned on that's flashing lights and stuff like that? Because just a moment ago it flashed red when I said Hooters. Okay.
Yeah, that's my logo. It's done in brushed aluminum and stainless steel. And I've got LED lights. I've got LED lights behind it, and it hangs off the wall. And the LED, it looks a lot cooler from the front. But
that's what I was about to say. We really can't see your logo.
Yeah, and I've got it to where I can change the colors at will, or I've just got it right now. Well, I say that, and then I think the battery's going dead on my remote, but
it just went blue.
Yeah, there. I like the blue. I'll leave it at blue.
Take the cover off and rotate the batteries.
Midnight.
Yeah.
That'll do for another hour.
Button batteries.
Oh, button batteries. Okay.
Yeah, I hate those.
Nothing
things.
further needs to be said.
Yeah.
I don't. As cheap as they are, don't buy the ones from Harbor Freight. They don't last no time.
Oh, I don't buy batteries from anybody but Batteries Plus.
Actually,
they're more expensive.
Tractor Supply has some decent batteries, and they had button batteries. I bought a whole blister of CR with 2133s or something like that.
I don't remember if it's 2133s or 2233s.
My wife and I both have cars that have proximity fobs. We've got no physical keys. Our key is the fob, okay? And the batteries go out quickly. Like they last way less than a year. I went to Batteries Plus and got them to replace it the first time. And he said, "Do you want the forever battery?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Absolutely.
So, for the cost of maybe a little over 2 batteries, I got that. So now all I've got to do when this is acting up, I go to any Batteries Plus bulbs in the area. I give them my phone number and they look me up. Yep. Replace the battery for free.
Oh, nice.
They charge more than anybody else for their stuff, but they stand behind it and the stuff works. So
yeah, I had to order a bunch of rechargeable AA's last week. And strangely enough, it's hard to find a bulk of rechargeable AA's. Energizer has a 4-pack. Duracell has a 4-pack. Try ordering 24 of them. So you wind up ordering some weird Chinese, Malaysian, Taiwanese, Thailand battery.
No, thank you.
Yeah. You know, there are actually two different types of AA batteries.
I did not.
You've got some with the tab and some that are flat topped.
I've never seen a flat top AA.
I've seen they had it in there, and I've actually I had an airsoft gun. It was an electric airsoft gun that ran on flat top AA's, rechargeable AA's. And I tried to replace those with my Duracells, and they wouldn't fit because they had the button on top.
Huh.
You know, that's me being nice because in the military we used to call those tits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, that's what I call it, a
up,
nipple.
you know,
I call it a nipple.
Nipples, tits, whatever. That was how we got trained on how to put batteries in stuff. Tits up, you know.
Oh, that's all right. When I started doing live broadcasting for sports networks, you know, ESPN, Jefferson Pilot, and all that. The very first time I went out there and ran a cable from the truck to the camera position by myself, I did it wrong. And I had to pull in 1,000 feet of cable and rerun it through the stadium. And the chief engineer on the truck said, always remember the male end of the cable plugs into the truck. And the way you will never forget it is fuck the truck.
I like that.
Never forgot it. So the male end of any cable always stays at the truck. The female end goes out to the camera position.
Hi, Skunk. How you doing?
What's up, Scott?
And it's not an
Skunk.
avatar. It's the live dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
how can I put this nicely? I'm going to quote one of my new favorite songs that I just found out about. This world is a paradise for assholes.
Okay, so we're set then.
Yeah, well, different assholes.
Right.
No, it's just, dude, you want to know what time I got home from work?
Late.
5 minutes.
Just a few minutes ago.
No, it wasn't actually a few minutes ago. It was about an hour ago. And I've been nonstop working on stuff ever since because I got stuff I have to work on. And this is what I keep complaining to my boss about. I'm like, you got to understand, I'm not trying to be, I told her the other day, I'm not trying to be a dick when I say this. I have a life outside of this job. So why are you taking the person who does work the hardest for you, who you can always depend on, who you can ask to do things like, oh, I don't know, after finishing his 10-hour shift, go ahead and do a few more hours covering for somebody else who didn't show up to work this morning. You know what I mean? It's like, why are you you're running me off. My morale is cooked. I don't want to work here anymore. And I know it's not your fault. It's these people. It's all these other people. And she told me, she was like, I promise. This is what she said on the phone today. She goes, I promise you. Like, swear on the Holy Bible. She's a Christian. Swear on the Holy Bible. As soon as I get back to work after my surgery that I'm going to get, I think she said she's going to get it next week or the week after. I don't know when her surgery is. And then, of course, she has to recover from the surgery because they're like putting in pins and shit so she heals properly, right? She said as soon as she comes back.
For a while.
Apparently the prognosis is like 2 weeks or something.
Oh, okay.
She said, but she, and which is crazy because I thought the same thing you thought, Bill, but I just know somebody who just got screws in his neck. He's got like a titanium plate and screws to hold his neck together, which is insane. Yeah, this is insane because this guy he's not even a wrestler. And apparently he broke his neck. I don't know how the hell he did that. The guy's not a wrestler. He's a ring announcer. He goes to punk shows. That would
do it.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so Jesse had to he's part Terminator now. That's a Christopher Titus joke I stole. But anyway, no, dude went and or she's gonna go get pins in her ankle because her ankle's broken. Right, her ankle's been broken for a while. They put a cast on it and everything, but it didn't heal right. So now they got to go in there, and I guess they would because she kept working. You know, she kept working even in the cast. That's bad. Okay, so it didn't heal correctly. So I guess they're gonna have to go in there, break it again, and then reset it properly with the pins so it doesn't come undone again or whatever, so that it heals right. And they were saying it's going to be like once she comes back from the surgery, it'll be only like a couple of weeks, and then she'll be able to do stuff again. She still needs to take it easy though, you know, but she'll be, you know, more or less back to normal by then. And she told me, she said, I'm making you this promise right now. The one person's already gone. Like she's like, not only is she on the list, she is the list right now. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. And I was like, why? It was like, because she got into a fight with you the other day and made you want to leave. And I was like, okay. And she goes, yeah, that I can't have that. She's like, if you're leaving because of her, she's gone. I was like, cool.
Ew.
And then she said, and that's going to be the first of many firings. If that one doesn't get everybody else in shape, we're knocking the dominoes over. I was like, oh, wow. So she told me she has a list of problem employees. By the way, I'm at the very bottom of the list, she told me. She was like, she was like, it literally goes you and then Russell, who's the only other person who's worked there the longest outside of me and her. And she was like, and the only reason that Russell's family, and the only reason that he's below me on the list is because one day he up and left and didn't do something. And his excuse was, well, I didn't know how to do it. And she was like, you could have called me. And her literal exact words were, Kyle would have called me. So he didn't like me for a while after that, but he got over it. But literally, the two of us are the only dependable people in the warehouse. Everybody else is like one of them keeps having to take days off, and other people just keep quitting, just walking out, and all sorts of other weird, nasty stuff. So anyway, because of that, I've been nonstop working since I got home because I've got other stuff I've got to do. I've got wrestling shows I've got to edit and stuff. I'm 4 shows behind for TWE. Oh, Joe, by the way, that reminds me. I keep forgetting to get the tables out of the building.
All right, that was what I was going to ask you. Where are my tables?
Tables out of the what?
Yeah. We borrowed some tables from Joe for the hot dog eating contest that they had during the Scenic City Invitational weekend. And Joe, guess what? What? Just take a wild guess.
Did they break
them? Nobody ate the table.
No, nobody broke the tables.
No, they ate it. I mean,
what happened?
No, they didn't even fucking use them.
They were probably afraid to.
Like I said, I did not say any of the horrible, mean things that you were going to do to them. I just told them, I said, look, the tables are free to use. If you break them, they're $80 each. So don't break them. Be very careful with them. The guy was like, okay, cool. And I took them inside on Friday night. I put them in a locker room. I told everybody where they were. And then I saw photographs the next day when I got to the building. People were like, oh, look what happened at the hot dog contest. And they're showing me the pictures. And I'm like, those tables are white. They didn't even use them. So they've been sitting in the locker room gathering dust for like a week now. And every time I go down to when I left on Sunday, when I left on Saturday, I was too tired and I totally forgot. We went down for training on Tuesday and something was wrong or something happened. I don't know. Jaden kind of rushed us out of there an hour early. We usually leave at like 9:30. It was 8:30 and he was like, we gotta go. Everybody get out. And I was literally like at the stop sign on Appian and went, crap, I forgot to grab Joe's tables again. So I'm going to grab them Sunday. Just remind me. Send me a text on Sunday.
Well, I'll tell you at the meeting.
I will not be attending.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I need to talk to you about an entertainment plan for Saturday night.
Cool. Well, I will come by your place with the tables, and we'll knock it out. That when I come by. You want me to bring anything?
Let's see. 3 Taco Bell bean burritos. Add onions, extra red sauce, cheese, and sour cream.
You have to text that to me because I won't remember.
Strange enough, I've been making my own bean burritos.
No.
I was just looking at my mom had sent me a message about this vacation we're going on.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the place, the resort that she's booked us into. I want to add this to the stream real quick. Check all it is. It's Wilderness something or other.
That's in Pigeon Forge.
Oh, damn it.
Wrong button.
Yeah, wrong button. Hang on a second.
Yeah, that's
We'll grab a soda.
That's in Pigeon Forge.
And I went up here, and that's the main building. Okay, there's the kids, and there's some other green stuff. And the rooms,
Smokies. Yeah, it's a great indoor water park, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, not exactly indoor, but
oh, okay. I thought it was indoor.
I think that building in the background might be the indoor part of it.
Okay.
So now the problem is we got a 3-year-old kid. I don't know if I can run him down all that stuff. Well, that's my point. Is that looks cool and all that, but will they let a 3-year-old go down there?
No.
You have to hold them the whole way.
Yeah, you're going to have to go down.
Means you got to ride it.
Right. Well, that doesn't bother me too much. Just, we can't stuff him in the washing machine. Just let it go. I mean, it's the same thing. It's. Can't she get any kids that are dishwasher safe? Jeez.
They're all dishwasher safe. They dry right off.
He's great. He's a great kid, but just kind of.
By the way, folks, you know that Chicago had that Lollapalooza a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, are you talking about
if you say so, yeah.
The big concert, the Lollapalooza?
Yeah. We don't want to talk about that.
385,000 people together. Okay, to watch concert. 385,203 cases of COVID-19.
Yeah.
But
how many
you had to show proof of vaccination to get in, or show a negative test within 72 hours. So I would say that's pretty good evidence that the vaccines are working. Yeah. If you can get 385,000 people together in a tight place and only come out with 203 cases.
Either that or Chicago.
And those 203
population.
Yeah, I mean, they could have caught it at the restaurant right after the concert.
Well, I mean, let's not talk about Obama's birthday.
Huh?
What?
That was
Obama had a birthday party and had like 500 people there, and they were literally shoulder to shoulder, shaking hands with everybody, and just like,
and the border, and the border. I mean,
Governor Pritzker here in Illinois also was going on and on about the mask mandates.
I've got to take a break.
Then he said that he turned around and he went to the state fair, and he wasn't wearing a mask there. Now, some people said, well, because it was outside, But what I started to tell you, John, and I didn't realize I had my mic muted.
That would help.
You can hear me now, right?
What?
Can you hear me now? Okay. All right. I plotted out your trip for your vacation, and I shared it with Joe to get his approval. And if Joe approves, Joe can put it up on the screen, and I show the exact route that you will be taking to get to Gatlinburg, and it's fail proof. You'll get by all the construction, everything.
Let me explain something. My mom was going to go to Disney World one time. Okay, from Chattanooga, she was going to go to Disney World. Had to turn around in Knoxville.
She got lost.
Yeah.
I was on I-75.
North.
Well, we were planning to go to Six Flags, and I got cut off there at Jersey Pike and couldn't get over to go to 153 South, so we spent the weekend at Gatlinburg.
Well, Joe, can you show John the route that I plotted for him for this trip? Because I spent a lot of time on it.
All right, hold on a minute.
But it's a fail-proof route, John. There you go. And there's John in the family truckster.
Yep.
And
but he's
I
headed
don't know what. Yeah.
He's headed for Huntsville.
And actually, from where we live, that would almost be going to Huntsville.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said that.
You know, that is, I was actually looking forward to putting my sand in. I wanted my toes in the sand and a drink in my hand. And now I get to put my toes in the mulch.
You're just mad because you're not going to be where the mouse is.
We weren't going to the mouse anyway. We were going.
I thought you was.
No, we were going to Panama City Beach. No.
Oh.
The last time Mom was taking kids to Disney World, like I said, she had to turn around up near Knoxville. Actually, I think she made it to Cleveland before she had to turn around. Not Cleveland, Ohio, Cleveland, Tennessee.
So you're driving this time.
I'm driving this time.
Well, if you hit the construction at the 24 split, realize you went the wrong way.
Actually, fortunately, she lives right up there next to it, so I can actually go through East Ridge to get past all that traffic. Well, I can get around.
Well, I'll tell you now, if you're coming up 75, and if you're going north on 75, about Cloud Springs Road, get over in the right lane and just keep on trucking. It don't even slow up.
When we lived in Cherokee, North Carolina, there were a couple different times we vacationed in Gatlinburg. And then we went one time, I think after we moved to Illinois. I swear the trip was a lot quicker from Cherokee than it was from Illinois. I don't know why.
Lewis, did you guys talk about the breaking news event from 3 hours ago at all?
Hamilton County shooting at Hamilton
Mall?
Yeah, Hamilton Place. Yeah,
not really.
No, I was nowhere near there. Why the hell would I go to the mall? I hate the mall. No, I just was scrolling through Facebook and it popped up as a local alert. I've never seen that before.
Huh,
and
really?
The first thing I read was because they posted a 9 p.m. update, and the first thing I read was, after reviewing video, it's determined female who was injured was not struck by gunfire. And I was like, wait, gunfire? What? And I had to read the whole thing to understand what was going on. And I was like, holy crap. I wonder if you guys knew about that.
Yeah, we heard.
Well, if she wasn't hit by gunfire, what?
She was injured attempting to leave the area. When people are in a panic, and they're running away, they tend to trip.
If you're at the mall and you hear gunfire, you're going to haul ass in the opposite direction of the sound. Well, no, because you're not normal.
Well, one of the first rules you learn about gunfire is stand still and let that idiot figure out he can't shoot. So. It's the people that panic and run that trip over themselves, and like step on landmines. Walk through.
I believe that it's something that we've been taught since the 50s.
Duck and
during
cover.
situations like that, duck and cover.
Yeah. You don't run; you just get out.
That's right. Listen to every funk and disco song from the 70s onward. Get down.
Get down on it.
I told you once before, and I won't tell you no more. So get down, get down, get down.
Oh wow, you went back for that one.
I went back.
I go back for a lot of them.
That's odd because I think you're like a year younger than me, Bill.
I'm 59.
2 years younger than me.
Okay. No, I actually had Gilbert O'Sullivan's Get Down, and I had Claire, where he had his little daughter giggle at the end.
Oh.
I don't want to offend you.
Yes,
Then don't.
I do want to be honest.
Me too.
Right? I do want to be honest. I had no idea you were younger than Lewis. You look and act so much older that I had no idea that you were younger than Lewis.
Now,
get off my lawn.
Older, has to get off the show to go to bed and take his Geritol.
Yeah, you could have said maybe more mature.
Yeah, that would have been a better term.
Yeah.
No, he's not mature.
Or even that I look like Victor Mature, but no.
He's as immature as the rest of us.
You shouldn't even know Victor Mature.
The Big Vic? Yeah, man, he was in the Monkees movie Head.
You know who, Bill? Hey, seriously, you know who you remind me of, Bill? And this is a compliment.
Oh,
Bob Newhart.
Bob Newhart. Oh, why?
Oh, I like Bob Newhart.
I can see that.
I would have said Mr. Green Jeans myself, but
where's the ping pong ball?
I thought I saw falling ping pong balls there for a minute.
Really, I knew what you were doing. My wild
that reminds me. That reminds me of something that because while I was working, I just put stuff on from YouTube and listened to it. And at one point today, I got stuck on stupid game show stuff. Just stupid answers people give during game shows and stuff like that. The really funny answers, they put people on the Newlywed Game and ask them questions they don't know the answers to because they don't understand the question or whatever. They say something stupid and it's hilarious, And Family Feud, always a good one. Always a good one with Family Feud. And after a while, it was just Steve Harvey reacting to people's stupid answers on Family Feud. And it had this one, top 7 answers on the board. We surveyed 100 people. Name something that involves white balls.
I am afraid to even venture.
So everybody is answering the question legit. They're all answering the question legit. The first person's like golf, and then the second person's ping pong, and the third person's volleyball, billiards. And it goes between both teams, right? And eventually somebody wins. I don't remember, but then they start revealing the other answers because there were like a few that they missed, and it popped up and it said white dudes, and Steve Harvey goes, I was thinking it. I was thinking it. I was so glad that neither team said it.
My wife watches it every night.
You
love the feud, man.
Dude, I Dawson for me though.
Yeah.
I love all the feud hosts. All the feud hosts have been great. Louis Anderson was great. Richard Karn was great. I mean, you can't beat Dawson. You cannot beat Dawson. He was the best. And the thing is this, for me, Steve Harvey gets distracted way too much, right?
He's going for the comedy though.
Yeah. And Karn, Anderson, and Combs played everything straight, 100%. Somebody give a silly answer, they'd just be like, okay, let's see silly answer, and it would pop up, oh, I'm sorry, let's just move on. Dawson had such a way about him. It's such a way about him. I think the best...
I saw that earlier today, yeah.
The best with Dawson is if somebody said something that was really bad, that was really dumb, he'd call him out for it. And the same way that Harvey does, but his wit was so much quicker. Steve would have to stand there for a minute and think about it. Think about what he was going to say. Dawson, he would just come right off with it. One guy, I remember, it was in the video I saw today too. One guy said the question was, surveyed 100 people. Name something you forget to take. Name something you forget. How did they word it?
It's probably 100 married guys said something.
Well, it was something like, something you forget. Or something you forget to turn off, or something you forget to remove or take off, or something like that. Turn off. It was a weird saying though, because it meant turning something off or taking something off, right? Oh, something you leave on by accident. That's what it was. Dave, something you leave on by accident before you go to bed. And the idea behind it was the TV, the kitchen light, that sort of thing. And the guy goes, shoes. And Richard Dawson immediately goes, don't take this the wrong way, but you're weird.
And the reason why Steve Harvey hesitates is because he's got to stop and think what he's allowed to say.
Yeah. If you've ever seen some of Steve Harvey's early stand-up.
Oh.
Yeah, he is going through his brain of what can I not say? What can I not say? Yep. What can I not say? And
I remember, and Dawson, he was from that era where even on the match game, you could just say whatever the hell you wanted. And for some reason,
if you could turn it into a double entendre, that's even, double points right there. Yeah.
I remember there was one time on, oh God, Match Game was so good. Match Game is one of my favorite game shows. It never gets played anymore, and even when it does, it's just not as good as it was back in the 70s, where everybody that was on the panel, you would have Dawson and Charles Riley, and you'd have like Betty White, and they would all be sitting up. Brett Summers, they'd all be sitting up there. Each one would have a highball of whiskey and a cigarette.
There you go. I got a list.
They would have a highball of whiskey on the rocks and a cigarette, and they would sit there and they would just write out the because there's who was the host? It wasn't Monty Hall. It was
Gene Rayburn.
Gene Rayburn. Thank you. Gene Rayburn would say something, and he would instantly. It was just like on the bit that they did in the Howard Stern movie. It was obvious what they were wanting them to say. They were wanting them to say something filthy, and of course, these the poor innocent contestants trying to not say something dirty to embarrass themselves. And as soon as they get over to the panel, everybody's hammered, and they're just all like throwing out the most ridiculous things. Oh God, it was great.
I mean, if you got Pluto TV, Match Game is on there.
I mean, they show the old Match Game reruns on Game Show Network all the time and stuff. And
Hollywood Squares too, probably.
Yeah.
God, Hollywood
there
Squares
was a time. There was a time when Dawson was kind of slacking a little bit on Match Game, because he was doing Match Game and then he was doing the Feud all at the same time, and he kind of almost just looked fatigued more than anything else. And he was still very funny, but the wit just wasn't quite the same as it was the earlier ones.
And it's
Hey.
possible he'd been drinking.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, he did have a
Oh, he was
problem.
always drinking.
I got to say hi to Corey Keelan. Corey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in.
How you doing, Corey?
Corey, I sent an email to FrankenCon about a fan table. Hadn't heard back from. Sort of poke around, see if you can get some information for me.
You know,
Yeah.
talking about the old game shows, Paul Lynn
Oh yes.
on Hollywood Squares. There you go. That was it.
Oh, there are hours of that on YouTube.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
I remember my favorite one, absolute favorite one they ever did. Is they asked him, they go, if a man falls over the side of a ship, you're supposed to yell, "Man overboard." But what do you yell if a woman falls over the side of the ship? Full speed ahead. God,
That reminds me of my favorite Karnak bit that Johnny Carson ever did. He's sitting there and he holds the envelope up to his head and he goes, "Sis boom ba." And, you know, of course, Ed McMahon is repeating it, you know, "Sis boom ba." And he rips open the envelope and pulls it out and he reads, "The sound a sheep makes when it explodes."
Oh.
There was another Karnak where he said, "Yasser Arafat." He opens up the envelope. He says, "Describe the sound made when Dolly Parton removes her bra." Yasser Arafat.
That's good.
How dare you?
He got away with a lot.
Oh, now you have access to the "How dare you." Oh god, he's been using that a lot lately.
Yeah.
The green room's gonna be interesting tomorrow.
Green room.
Yeah.
I never get to go anymore. I haven't had a Friday night off in a while. My friends in Scrub House are worried about me because they're like, "You haven't been able to make any of the movie nights lately." I've been like, "I've been working every single Friday."
Did you
Just
catch
go
that?
late like I do, Skunk.
Did you catch AEW that Wednesday?
No.
No. Oh, well, sorry.
Why would I watch AEW? I don't.
Come on, man.
Hey,
No,
W,
I-
what's that, a union?
It's a wrestling show. Yeah, wrestling
Oh,
and union. Those are two.
never mind.
Wrestling and union. Those are two things that don't go together. The thing about it is like with WWE and AEW, I don't watch them anymore because I find them incredibly uninteresting now that I'm like involved with A, that I'm involved with the business in general, and B, that I'm involved with all these other shows and I'm having to worry about the storylines on those shows, and I find those so much more interesting because they're really good storylines that we're doing at these shows that are much better than anything WWE or AEW is doing. Like AEW is doing this trials of Herculean trials of Jericho or whatever, and I'm like, I could care less about Chris Jericho because he's an anti-vaxxer putz. Yeah. And then what's going on over in WWE? Everybody's getting fired. I have people who I know personally, right? Not friends, but I knew these guys that just recently got hired by WWE and it just recently got fired by WWE, and I'm like, and they also were firing off people that they had two guys that were like main eventing pay-per-views. They fired both of them, and another guy had been on pay-per-views. They spent a lot of money on to do all these crazy vignettes and cinematic matches and all this other weird stuff they did with this guy. They fired him. They just I don't even know what's going on in WWE anymore, and frankly, at this point, I don't care.
Yeah, I was about to say WWE pushes people and fires them. It's crazy.
It's unreal. I'm just so done with all that stuff. If it isn't my local
the only reason
shows,
I watch AEW is that they're kind of connected with. They are connected with NWA and New Japan and stuff like that.
Well, NWA has their. I think they still have the Power Show. I think that's still going on.
Yeah, it is.
Which has their opening theme is Dawkins, which is cool.
Yeah.
What in the world is going on here?
Have y'all ever heard of Dolly Parton Mountains?
Which
No, but
mountain?
I've seen them.
Yeah, they're on 75 headed south to Dalton.
I was pretty sure
are 85 north to Johnson City, right?
that would be
Nope,
81. But
401?
I thought Dolly Parton Mountains were somewhere inside of her sweater.
I'll ask her. Hey, if I got a choice between hanging out with a 3-year-old, my mom, and Dolly Parton,
Your mom's going to take care of the kid?
and I'm going to be talking with Dolly Parton.
Mm-hmm. Just make sure you thump Pee Wee Herman for me.
Ace Boss says he's going to SummerSlam next week.
Hey.
Where is
All right.
SummerSlam?
Wherever he's going.
Where is
there's going to be a SummerSlam. Ah!
I'm gonna look it up real quick. SummerSlam 2021 is Vegas suburb of Paradise, Nevada.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Well,
Put your mask on.
Paradise. What? Paradise, Nevada. Why does that sound familiar?
Oh,
It sounds like it has something to do with nuclear weapons. I can't remember.
that and something else.
Great. Now I got to Google stuff.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm not gonna say it.
Threatened with a good time, yeah.
Somebody's playing with shortwave.
That ain't me.
Wasn't me.
We don't even have one of those RoboVacs.
Oh, that was weird. The audio is coming through my speakers instead of my headphone. Let me fix that real quick. No, I want the volume mixer.
Okay, that's actually Paradise is south of Las Vegas proper.
Yeah, that'd be down there toward the cat house.
Yep, that may be why I remember it. You do know that Las Vegas started out as a stopover for troops going out to California to go to Pacific Theater in World War II, right? Other than that, it wasn't anything until what's his name?
Till the mob got there.
Yeah, what's the mobster's name?
Bugsy Siegel.
Bugsy Siegel.
Thank you,
Bugsy
Bugsy
Siegel,
Siegel.
yeah.
Couldn't have
And
a
you
decent
wonder
name
why
like
I
Warren
know
Beatty
these
could.
things.
Because we're old. We lived through some of it.
Yeah.
You got to remember, my grandparents ran a mob bar down in Biloxi, Mississippi. Okay.
I might have some kinfolks in New York.
And I worked for Carlos Marcellus, the godfather of New Orleans.
Huh. So,
I wasn't a good fellow or anything. I was just working at his restaurant.
You ever heard Richard Pryor's routine about when he was working in a mob joint?
Yeah, he was little.
Must have missed that one.
He got real desperate for money, so he decided he was going to rob the mob joint he was working for. So he goes in there with a gun, pulls out he points at all these mobsters and goes, "Stick them up!" And they'll look at him and go, "Oh, that's hilarious! Oh, yeah, you're the best comedian we've ever met."
I think wasn't his mom a prostitute or something? And
There
She
was that movie. This
she
Is Your
was
Life,
she was
JoJo,
working
whatever.
in one of the houses.
And supposedly that was supposed to be his story.
Watch out now, Bill.
Well, I have a little bit of show and tell.
You do?
I do.
What
Anybody,
more?
anybody
little is
recognize
it?
that?
Oh,
If I
Good
could,
Lord.
that
that's
is a
very
very old
old.
Starlog magazine.
that
Well,
We ain't
that's first appearance of Star Wars in Starlog magazine.
Issue
Number 7.
Lord, yeah.
Now let's get a little bit older. How about Starlog number 2 with
Space
It's
1999.
1999.
front
Hey, that's
cover
the lady
on
from
that,
Mission
and
Impossible.
let's they say third time is a charm, so let's do the one that everybody
Wow.
always wants and go that route. I know the glare's bad, but yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
dug
got
these
a
out the other day just to make sure that the mice wasn't getting in there, even though I don't have mice where I'm at now. But I did find a few in the yellow house and that, and so I got checking on some printed items of mine just to make sure they were all right still.
Well, you did. I mean, I think I brought this up earlier. Well, I might have brought it up to you, Bill. Robin came out as a bisexual today.
oh,
Hell,
The-
I've known that for
Didn't bring it up to me, but
1967.
Whoa.
Well, yeah. I mean, many times he slid down that pole.
yeah.
But
But it's not Dick Grayson. It's
Tim
Jason.
Drake.
Oh, Tim
Yeah.
Drake.
No,
I was
Jason.
gonna say,
Yeah,
it's not Jason.
Red Hood.
It's not
Well,
Jason.
they made it official in the comic today.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, a lot of people are
Well-
getting upset about it, and everybody else is going, big deal. Who cares?
everybody
I
knew-
thought- remember-
Batman movies are mad. The people that have been reading the comic books are like, no kidding.
Do you
Everybody-
remember?
everybody
Do you
knew it.
remember earlier I was talking about bad game show answers, right?
Mhm.
And we're talking about match game. Yeah, one of the match game questions. The question was, the commissioner called, is he was concerned that Batman and Robin were blank. Then you have a bunch of answers you could have put in there: murdered,
Mhm.
or arrested, or missing, and the contestant goes queer. She straight face said it, and I almost wrecked the van. I started laughing so hard because she just was such indignation.
Now,
It came out to be the third highest answer.
probably.
now this
Probably,
this has been around for 10 years. But go to YouTube and search up Grayson Trailer HD, and that is probably one of the best fan films I've ever seen. I actually wish this one would get picked up and made as a complete movie. The story is Batman's murdered. Dick Grayson comes out of retirement. He's married Barbara Gordon. And it's got Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, the Green Lantern, all of them. But they're all older.
Yeah.
Clark Kent has the graying temples. Still in the Superman costume.
Yeah, that was one of the things that I liked the best about Kingdom
Oh,
Come.
kind of like the Kingdom Come, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alex Ross is one of the most fantastic artists I've ever seen in my life.
I know. I keep sending him a friend request, but him and Todd McFarlane.
You might have to wait until one of us that's in
Do
the
it
group
half the
actually
damn
dies.
planet. And
If you want Todd, go through his brother Seth.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, one of the Rising Tide people just applied to work for Todd McFarlane. I saw that on his Facebook page today. Clayton Merlin, I believe it was.
oh, for those of you who don't know, Alex Ross is this comic books animator. I don't even know if calling him an animator would actually do justice to the
He's a
artwork
painter.
that he does. He's a painter. He does, and just some of his artwork is just so awesome. I'm sitting here looking at one of my favorite ones. He does the Joker better than anybody, in my opinion. But, I was trying to find that Superman that you were talking about, the older Superman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It has the black in the middle of the on the shield on his chest.
Yep.
But he uses live models.
He does DC and Marvel.
Marvel,
Yes, he
yeah, oh yeah.
does.
Mm-hmm.
He does not discriminate. He just does really great work.
Yep.
Oh, well, here, I'm going to throw this up here real quick. This is one of his Joker pictures. Now, watch me get Joe kicked off the internet here.
Yeah. Oh,
But right now, goodbye, Joe. Okay, there we go. That's one of his Joker pictures.
oh yeah.
That's not even one of the good ones. But,
Yeah, in one of his books, it showed all the different models that he used to do those with, and a lot of them had the actual looks that he would put in when he was doing, a Bruce Wayne or Clark Kent or whatever, on that. The people that he used it. Some of them, you could tell he kind of tweaked it a little bit here and there, But, yeah, he's wonderful.
so this is one of his Superman pictures. And I always like the ones where he does like the half Superman. And this is exactly one of the ones I love.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that he's holding the glasses and you just see the Superman suit.
Yeah. How many mild-mannered reporters have shoulders that are 8 feet wide?
Well, Louis Lee.
They would have never known in the 80s with the shoulder pads, so, could have
That's
been
true.
I'll throw this one up here. I'll do the last one here. I can't find the one I actually want.
Donna is wondering if you want to sell one of those star logs.
Yeah.
Hell
Let's see. How much is the mortgage on your house now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
That
can
might
tell when
be-
Donna's drunk.
Yeah, well, Donna, actually, believe it or not, number 1 is the original one that I bought when it was new, and number 2 and 3 I had before, but I'd lost, and I found them on eBay. So there's a lot of different star logs on eBay that you could readily find, but obviously for these 3, no, I don't think I would want to sell them.
Bill said buy a new house.
No, I'm sorry. She wants to know if Carl wants to sell theirs.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ooh. That's my favorite.
I finally
Hey,
found it.
hey,
That is
that-
my favorite
yeah.
Superman from Mr. Ross. There.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the Harley Quinn and Joker.
Joker.
That you get.
Yeah.
Has everybody watched the newest Suicide Squad.
I have not.
Nope.
Here's how much I know about it. Somebody sent me a picture of it recently, a screenshot from the film, and I was like, "What in the world is it? It looks like Marty Feldman doing the Wolfman. Like, is this Island of Dr. Moreau? What the hell is this?" And he goes, "Nah, that's from the new Suicide Squad movie. That's Weasel." I'm like, "That's a weasel? That doesn't look anything like a weasel.
Yeah.
It looks like a werewolf on meth." And he goes, "Yeah, they make that same joke in the movie." I'm like, "Well, I'm glad I'm as unoriginal as somebody who writes for Warner Brothers." So I haven't seen it. And he was getting kind of offended that I didn't want to see it. I'm like, I don't care about comic book movies anymore. They all suck.
All right.
I'm so burnt out on comic book movies. I don't care. They're whatever. They're lame.
I will say, What If on Disney Plus was amazing.
I heard that. Yeah. Okay.
Have you seen that one yet, Lewis?
Not yet.
Watch it. It's animated, of course, but it's worth it. This is my favorite Alex Ross picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? No. That.
And his Joker is kind of a Jared Leto looking type of Joker.
I saw
Well,
Jack. I saw more Jack
it's
Nicholson.
also got a blend of Jack Nicholson in there, depending on when
I
they're
think
done.
his Joker actually blends the best of all of them. If you look, I mean, just there's something about it that's just very,
Now, let's exclude Nicholson because he should have won an Oscar for that. Who has done the best Joker besides Nicholson?
Mark Hamill.
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price.
Oh, he would have made a good Joker.
Yes. No offense. If I could have scripted anybody to be the Joker, that's.
But that's not the question. The question is who did the best Joker, not who would do the best Joker.
Who did the best Joker?
And I still maintain Mark Hamill.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I was going to say Matthew.
Not good one, best one.
Cesar Romero.
I got one that's better than them all. From the original 1928 film, The Man Who Laughs. Conrad. Well, you can't see it on here. Oh, darn it.
The guy. Well, that guy. The guy.
That's who the Joker is based on. Yeah.
That picture. Every time I see that picture, because people will bring that up a lot, The Man Who Laughs. So you go like, look, it's the prototype of the Joker. And every time I see that photo of that, I'm just all like, he looks so much like Monkey from the band The Addicts. That I'm just, it's like, look, it's a Droog. Did he well?
The interesting thing about all the characters that played the Jokers, everybody brought something to it. That's one of the nice things about good actors. Okay.
Yep.
I'm wondering, who is going to be the next big Joker?
Ain't going to be Jared
My
Leto,
vote
let
for
me
best
tell you.
Joker.
That's the best Joker right there, Lewis.
The one from Gotham?
No,
Nope.
Full Metal Jacket.
The one from Full Metal Jacket.
Different Joker, but
Matthew
No,
Modine.
but yeah, I was about to say that
Because
is one
I
of the-
posted
yeah,
that in Stupid O'Clock. Yeah.
Somebody
actually-
needs to do a movie of
Hold on.
Batman where Matthew Modine plays the Joker. Okay,
Hold
that's
on.
all I'm going to say.
Hold on. I do want to point out that there was a conversation that was on Facebook. I think it was after the first Suicide Squad movie where they were like, "Who is the best Joker?" And people were having this discussion, and it wasn't Matthew Modine that got brought up. somebody brought up the character of Joker from the Friday movies. You know, the little Latin guy. They're like, this is the best Joker house.
Somebody once asked Mark Hamill, what would the Joker think of Luke Skywalker?
And
Only was hanging.
I'm actually watching the video at the moment.
He's trying to find the clip.
well, don't play it.
Don't look, Ethel.
But it was too late. She already got a free shot.
The moon.
Running through the fruits and vegetables.
Naked as a jaybird.
Jaybird.
Look at that! Look at that!
Oh.
You know, we need to get Ray Stevens on this show, Joe.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure he's not doing much these days.
I gotta Google that real quick. Because I'm pretty 900% sure.
But, you know,
there's a very real possibility that I could run into him up in Gatlinburg. You know that, don't you?
Oh my God, he's
No, his
still
place
alive.
is
I thought he was
isn't it?
dead.
Oh no, he's still going. He's still going.
Wow, and
Yeah, but I
he's
think he
active.
owns a
He's
place
active
in
on Twitter.
Branson, Missouri.
apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, a guy did a reaction video to Mississippi Squirrel.
Oh, I love that song.
Ray Stevens somehow got wind of it, commented on it, retweeted it, and this guy went from, you know, all his other reaction videos have like 4,000 or 5,000 views to this one has over 1 million.
Wow.
So,
I was gonna say I ain't even gonna comment on the squirrel, but go ahead.
Hey, you don't know how true that is if you've ever been in a house with a damn wild ass squirrel.
That
Well, I
happened
did-
in
no, I
Josh's
do.
church. Hey, Josh, did that happen there with Uncle Jerry there?
Maybe.
Josh's wife's uncle is the pastor of the Rosedale Baptist Church, and that's kind of one of them small churches that something like that could happen there, you know. And
so
We'll leave that. We'll leave that out of this.
I've got a. Actually, this something that happened recently that was really cool. We're talking about celebrities messaging people on the internet that did something, in relation to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy who's been trying to emulate Mick Gordon's style of music production that he did on the video on the latest version of Doom. This guy was trying to figure out how this guy was doing all the guitar work, and he's going through all these interviews and figuring out. He's getting closer and closer and closer. He's doing an amazing job. Basically, he's doing a lot of originals and also covers of songs from other video games, mostly. So he'll take like a song from Castlevania and do it in the Mick Gordon Doom style. And Mick Gordon is the king. Because he commented on the guy's latest, not his latest video, at the time period, it was his latest video, and commented and told him that he should do the theme from a video game, quote unquote, called Crazy Bus. If you know what Crazy Bus is, Crazy Bus was a basic language tech demo that somebody made. And it says it was written in BASIC. You could pretty much port it to just about any computer that could also have some semblance of being able to run BASIC, or decompile it and recompile it into another language. And a bootlegging company ported this tech demo. It's just a tech demo. It's not a video game. Just a tech demo. Ported it to the Sega Genesis, and it became a meme. Because people dumped the ROM online, and people were finding copies of it at places and being like, "What is this?" And all it was just it's just a cartridge you could get for the Sega Genesis. You plug it in, and it just makes weird noises and shows pictures of buses. And the guy was like, okay, yeah. I mean, if the guy who influenced me to make music tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. And then he did. And it's the most ridiculous thing ever. Because the music for Crazy Bus is literally just random tones. And this guy figured out a way of turning that into music. And it was amazing. But yeah, Mick Gordon tried to troll this guy, and the guy was like, all right, I'll accept your challenge. It's pretty funny. That'd be like if you were just screwing around on your guitar one day, and you were like, oh, check it out. Look, I can kind of make my guitar sound the same way that, the Beatles sounded when they did the song Yesterday, right? And John Lennon's ghost just pops up, and he's just all like, all right, yeah. No, do it in the style of Mozart.
Pop that back up again, Bill. I didn't have time to.
Yeah, I didn't see that either.
Up a little bit.
Oh no!
Oh, it's a 45 of the Beatles.
Yeah, that's original. I Want to Hold Your Hand. Unfortunately, not in a picture sleeve, but it is an original capital sleeve.
Yep.
Good old orange and yellow swirl. My favorite reaction video, I used to watch this guy, Jake Jamal, a.k.a. Jakal or something. Yes. Yeah. Okay. And I loved watching him watch all these old videos from the 60s and 70s and some 80s and that he claimed he'd never heard before. But my favorite one was when he first watched Hocus Pocus by the Dutch group Pocus. and he just, going in and watching his face, as that keyboardist, lead vocalist, what was it? Van Leer was his last name. It was like Fegus Van Leer or something like that. And of course, which the guy is a wonderful vocalist. The range that he has.
Yeah.
All the octaves and that, and then the whistling. We won't even talk about the whistling. And this guy is going nuts.
You're talking about.
Let me write that down right now.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
It's like a
It's
like
I
a
was tired.
15-minute song.
Yodeled
But they were on one of
like-
these things like Top of the Pops or something similar to that. And they go, okay, you got 5 minutes.
I was talking about the whistling.
Oh, yeah, yeah. He really throws down with the whistle.
Focus was one of those songs in the late 70s, early 80s that was everywhere. Okay.
I've got the vinyl. Seriously.
Yeah. And the record the recording you're talking about, Dan, is when they were on
it was a
TV what was it, the Midnight Special, I think, wasn't it? I think it was the Midnight Special because
the British one.
No, because Marilyn McCoo introduced him.
Okay, yeah.
And and this reaction, this Jamal guy, he recognized her right off the bat, and he goes, "Oh wow, that's Marilyn McCoo," and minus Billy Davis Jr., of course, but anyway, or any of the rest of the Fifth Dimension, but yeah, they had to take the however long.
I believe it was about 14 minutes on the album.
Yeah, something like that, down to the 5. So
you could tell they were rushing through it though. When
oh my Lord,
show, it was like three times the speed that it was on the album. There's the album cover. Yes, indeed.
That's the dude on the right with he's the vocalist.
Yep.
Yeah.
You notice how nobody else is standing close to him.
Watch out now, John.
What, you think Joe will get hit again? Oh no.
No. We're
The
just
singing
worried about you
chainsaw
having
strikes again.
We're
I'll
just
just
worried
go
about
in
you
and
having to
mute
take
it.
a drug test.
I'll just
Oh.
go in and mute it.
Well, this one that I pulled up, it says 6 minutes and 41 seconds. I know it's longer than that. I'm
Oh yeah.
pretty sure.
Like I said, it's in the 14-minute range
Hang
on
on a
the
second,
album.
folks. Hang on a second. Skunk, say something real quick. Oh, that's good. Okay.
Thank you,
That
Scott.
works.
Appreciate
Okay,
that.
yeah. The recording that they did on the Midnight Special from 1973 was done in 4 minutes and 38 seconds. So that might have been pretty close.
hmm They really had to crank the speed up on that one.
But I listened to other reaction video people to that song, and you know, it's funnier watching them, you know, because you know the song, but
Yeah. The album version was 6 minutes and 43 seconds. The
Okay.
live version was about 4:38.
yeah, that would have been the Midnight Special
Okay.
version. Yeah.
I was really overestimating how long it was. Sorry about that.
Well, they might have did a concert version that was 14 minutes
And
long. You know
it
how
got
they were
famous.
back in the 70s.
It got famous again because it was featured in the movie Baby Driver.
Yeah, it's a good movie. You guys ever
If you've never
Netflix?
seen the movie,
Okay.
if you've never seen the movie Baby Driver,
Joe
I
Dog,
highly
you're
recommend
feeling
it.
young now.
Have you seriously, who here besides me and John has seen Baby Driver?
I've seen Baby Driver. I can't remember much
And
about it, but I
they
saw it.
filmed parts of it in Atlanta, and
Yeah.
you can.
No.
The problem is if you
Hold
know
up.
Atlanta,
Hold up.
you know there's no way they could have driven that fast.
I know. It's even funnier than that. It's even funnier.
Yeah,
No, they
because the
filmed
traffic would
whole
have slowed him
movie.
down.
They filmed the whole movie from start to finish in Atlanta. The whole film is in Atlanta. The problem is that if you know Atlanta,
There's
right?
no way.
Well, it's and John's talking about the traffic. I'm talking about the fact that you see. So you see, like at one point he's driving, right? He's on Peachtree, and then he gets on to 285, and
Wait a
then
minute,
he's
wait a
on
minute,
to
wait a
20, and then
Which
he's on to
Peachtree?
75, and then yeah, I was saying yeah, exactly.
There's
So-
no way.
There's at one point, yeah. There's at one point he's driving. He's in 5 points, and then the next thing you know, he's on 85. How did you do that?
No way.
Teleport. I saw one on Facebook today. Bill Nelson of Bebop Deluxe and Red Noise and several other bands. He's got this thing that he had recorded during the last 2 years. It's got like 92 songs on it. It's about to be released. And he just posted up this thing. Hey, I've got this new thing coming out. I hope everybody likes it. It's some of it's kind of sad and some of it's kind of good and upbeat and things like that. Somebody posted, well, I wish this had actually been Bill instead of the PR guys. And Bill posted back underneath it, I don't have any PR guys. This is my personal thing.
Skunk, I've asked you this before. How old did you say you was?
I am 35 years old.
I'm 2 years older than you,
I'm
so
sorry.
I'm 20
Yeah.
years old.
This time,
It's amazing that either one of you are living. I'm telling
yeah.
This time,
It's amazing.
This time next week, my mother will be 78 and my oldest daughter will be 51.
If it makes you feel any better, sometimes I wish I was dead.
Yeah.
No,
Heaven
don't.
all.
No.
Oh,
you.
God.
If it makes you feel any
Don't
better,
really
just feel better.
Feel better.
I'm not.
Do not-
never
do
gonna
not
happen.
ever
Are you
say
kidding
that.
me?
Lewis,
Ow.
your wife just posted something that triggered me.
Oh, God.
Send me a friend request, Skunk. I don't know if you many of your friends.
You may want I mean, this is almost as bad as spiders.
Where did this get posted? What?
My wife.
Ugh.
Where did it get posted though? Like on her
Facebook.
personal page?
Facebook. Yeah.
Well, if it's on her personal page, I can't see it. So
I think she just posted it
I'm
an hour ago.
Yeah.
An hour ago.
Oh.
On the 5-gallon bucket lid.
5-gallon bucket lid.
Uh-oh.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah.
But seriously, Scott.
What is? Hold on.
You know what Curiosity did to the cat? Not Joe's cat, of course, but
Yeah, we don't
Well,
need.
it's a good
We
thing I'm
don't.
not- Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, we don't need to go back to the cat.
I'm waiting to see the big black tail going behind Joe.
It's just
That cat,
just-
that cat doesn't bother me. It's that little gray bastard that's a pain
Oh.
in the ass.
I'm just saying. Right? It's a good thing I'm not a cat. Nobody ever said Curiosity killed the skunk. So the only problem is that I'm not friends with Lewis either. So I can't find your wife on here, man.
Me?
What did she post?
I can't even find it yet.
I'm curious, Joe. What in the world?
All right, I'll share it.
Do that. That'll make me feel better.
Oh hell.
I have a feeling I'm going to regret this.
Yep.
Oh, that.
Aww. Look at
Yep.
the little
I'm
little
regretting it.
Venomous danger noodles.
It's a warning about copperheads.
I'm not.
Yep.
I'm not anti-snake.
Nope. Me
I
neither.
am.
I am, however, anti-copperhead.
Hey, I'll take all the snakes I give them.
I'm anti lamp cord if it looks like a snake. I don't.
Nah.
I don't. It doesn't matter.
My wife has to kill spiders, but
2 summers ago, when I was still living in the yellow house, I was sitting in the living room. I got this. I had at the time, because as soon as I found out that about this, I threw that out. But I'm sitting in there watching the news, and I got one of these little wooden TV tray tables sitting next to my chair, and I have an extension cord kind of halfway jury rigged to the side of it, because that's why I always plugged in my cell phone charger. And all of a sudden I thought, I think my extension cord just moved. And I turned around and I caught it out of my peripheral vision, turned around, looked down, and yep, here's this thing winding around, coming up towards me to the underside of the TV tray. And I picked the whole thing up, went outside, threw it all out in the yard. I kid you not. Thank God the cell phone charger wasn't hooked into it at the time, but I burned that SOB. And I don't mean the snake, because it got away, but there was no way on this God's green earth. If I couldn't have got the snake out of the house, I would have just burned the house down. I don't care. I don't like snakes. They don't like me. And that's our agreement. Pure and simple.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, nothing relieves constipation faster in a porta potty than a spider dropping in your lap.
yes. Thank you. Thank you. Spiders.
Oh yeah. The snake
Yeah, I
runs through
don't
the
do
doorway.
spiders either, man.
Hey, and there's nothing like doing that midnight trip to the bathroom.
Oh, and they hit your foot.
No, it's crawling up your leg while you're doing business, and you're trying to get the spider off with one leg and staying on target with the other.
Spiders don't really bother me too bad, but I had one spider that did bother me. Well, I would turned around. It was 1979. One of my friends bought his then soon-to-be wife, and why she still agreed to be his wife after this, I don't know. But for Valentine's Day, he bought her a big old heart-shaped box of candy, really nice candy. And then she said, I don't like flowers. And so he didn't buy her flowers. He bought her a tarantula, a live tarantula from a pet shop. And she loved the thing. And I remember going in there one time, and they used to keep it in this 20-gallon aquarium and they would catch flies and crickets and everything else live, of course, and put it in there for him to feed him, you know. And one day he put the snake down on the bottom part of my arm, and it starts crawling up my arm toward my neck. And I told him, I said, Andy, if you don't get this damn spider off of me, I said, I'll burn the house down getting away from it, you know. And he took it off and never had a problem. One time after that, I went in there, and him and his fiance is looking under tables and behind cabinets, and I said, what's going on? And he said, they nicknamed as the tarantula Roach because both of them were potheads. And anyway, he said, Roach got loose. And I said, see ya. And I was gone. I didn't hesitate for a second to turn around and walk right out that door.
So Jim Stafford is a close personal friend of yours, huh?
He is. And that ain't what it takes to love me either, I'll tell you. That's what it takes to stay away from me or have me stay away from you.
That reminds me of my favorite gag working at a haunted house.
Oh, yeah, I remember that story.
When people would, something would, we'd have to hold the line up or whatever. I worked the line, so they'd say, "Hey, hold up the line." And I said, keep them entertained. All right, not a problem. I get the flashlight out, shine the flashlight up and down the walls, in around people's feet, over by the other wall. I'm going to tell you, people cannot stand it. They got to ask, what are you looking for? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Finally, one of them just will grab you and say, what are you looking for? Okay, be very quiet about it. We got a pet snake that's got loose. Just watch where you step and please don't step on it. It won't bite that hard.
You're evil.
You're just now figuring that out?
No, I've known for a very long time how evil he is. It's just.
Oh God, we've only got 5 more minutes.
Oh wait, do we have to play the thing? I didn't.
Yeah, we have to do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do that
Play
thing.
the thing.
Do the thing.
Do the thing.
Do that brand new thing.
Yeah, he's got to find it first. There, I got it.
Damn cowlick.
Hey, yeah.
Hey, at least you still got one.
Lewis, you ever wonder why I keep my hair so short?
Better turn gray than turn loose, right?
Yep.
Damn cowlicks.
Yeah, I have to warn whoever cuts my hair every damn time. You're not going to be able to do anything in front. Let me tell you, it's just kind of it's going to go its own. I don't give a damn if you got a 55-gallon drum of hairspray. It ain't going to do no good.
Hey, who cut your hair, man? That's the best Tommy Chung I can do.
Oh,
What was that?
I don't know. It were a ping. It weren't one of mine.
It was mine.
Okay.
Oh.
Just so everybody knows, I put a bunch of stuff on Stupid O'Clock referring to. I do this every time, but nobody really knows.
I noticed.
Okay. I put a bunch of stuff on Stupid O'Clock about references to what we were talking about in the show.
And I posted one up too.
Which one did you post? Just out of
The
curiosity?
Grayson trailer.
Ah.
Oh,
That's one worth watching. Well, Dan,
I'll have to watch that.
you got any special guests tonight?
I don't know. Let me look. Nobody's there yet.
Okay.
Whoever shows up.
Yeah, so be sure, everybody, to tune in to Dan Hollifield's page, either on Facebook or YouTube, for The Last Man Standing, coming up in just about 2 minutes. And
Since it is Thursday, don't be surprised if it only goes on for 90 minutes instead of 5 freaking hours like Saturday night. Oh.
so
I've got a pork roast in the crock pot, so.
yeah.
Well, I don't want to be your timer. Okay.
Ace Bonnie, it would be on Dan Hollifield. Look his name up real quick. Look at his name here. Let me get his. I'll get it right there so you can see his full name. And that's the channel it'll be on YouTube. Dan Hollifield.
He looks better in 4K.
Yep.
No, look better in concrete block.
Yeah. And we've reached that point to say good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I don't want to.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. Sunward I've climbed and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.